Oh, hello, buddy. This is RJ Epic here, and I hope you guys can hear me. You guys should be able to. I can't talk that loud right now, though, because of certain circumstances, but I promised you guys that I was going to do daily videos, and so I am getting a jump on it right now. I don't want to wait till tonight, till late to record these videos, so as you can probably tell from the lighting, I'm using some natural light today, and I'm actually recording during the day for once. I don't get to record during the day often because I have people around the house and it's harder to record, but I'm going to try to stay quiet and hopefully there will be no disruptions. But as I had promised and as I had said last night, I'm gonna be doing a few recap and review videos today. I'm gonna be doing some pre-recording today, and actually I just want to say quickly that the video that I just released today was supposed to be uploaded last night, but I didn't realize it wasn't public, so I just had to switch that. So that was supposed to be uploaded yesterday, and today was supposed to be the start of 12 Days of Christmas, and 12 Days of Comics, and it's still gonna be the beginning of 12 Days of Comics day, but you're just getting 2 videos in one day, so that's fine. It is December 11th today, so that's cool. It is Sunday. So yeah. But I'm gonna be doing, like I said, a few recapping a few videos today for some comics, and the first one I am gonna be doing is for Punisher issue number 1 from the series that came out in the Dark Reign period from 2008 to 2009. Actually, I can check that probably. This is the first book I'm gonna be doing a recap and review on. Does it not say? Whatever. Whatever, that's fine with me. Yeah, so today's video is gonna be on Punisher issue number 1. So this is today's Sunday's video. Then I got Monday's video over here. I'm gonna be doing a recap and review on the Ultimates issue number 1. And actually, all 3 issues that I'm doing recap and review videos on are 3 out of 5 of the issues that I showed you guys in the video that I announced I was doing 12 Days of Comics this year again, and daily videos would be returning at least for a bit. And then Tuesday's video is gonna be the Uncanny Avengers issue number 1. So yeah, the newest book that I'm gonna be doing for a video for today. So yeah, and if something goes right, I might even record a 4th video, which I will talk about if everything goes like extremely good. But anyway, I'm gonna get right into this recap and review now, and yeah, so I'm gonna probably while I'm reading this and like giving a description of the story to you guys, because I'm gonna recap through the whole issue. I'm gonna show you guys the pages and kind of go through the story and talk about it and stuff. I'm gonna be in and out of narration for the story and stuff. So yeah, and also it's not called the Punisher, but this is the Punisher number 1. This is Punisher number 1's variant cover. On the normal cover, it has Sentry in the Punisher's sights, but on this cover it has Norman Osborn, so that's cool. I would like to get the Sentry cover at some point, just cause cool. But yeah. Anyway, let's get right into the story. In war, there are no rules. 200 years ago, the British Army learned this fact the hard way. Courtesy of a bunch of guys who picked up their guns, ran into the bush, and spanked their pale tea-sipping asses. That's where the caped crowd always misses the point. Some enemies you charge head-on. Others you shoot through the head with a high-powered skull sniper rifle from 4 miles away. This is part 1 of the Living in Darkness storyline for this Punisher series. By the way, credits for this comic go to Marvel. I don't know how that works, if I could get a copyright strike on this video or not, but just wanted to say that. I'm just doing a review on this and recap and my thoughts on this issue. Plus, this is years old now, so I don't see the problem. Yes, basically, Punisher is out to kill Norman Osborn, who is infamous in the Marvel Universe for being a horrible person. But he's taken over the world during the Dark Reign storyline, or he's not really taken over the world, but he's taken over S.H.I.E.L.D., and he's basically he has control over a lot of things. Maybe he does have more control than I probably think. But basically, what Frank's trying to do here is he's trying to kill him with this scroll sniper rifle. That's some advanced tech right there. But yeah, we're gonna continue now. You fooled him, Red, saying how Norman Osborn's fooled the public. You saw the hunger in their eyes and you fed it. You wrote them a happy ending. You gave them their parade. You fooled them all, but not me. And then, oh wait, I didn't tell you guys what this cover said. This cover says his mission: kill Norman Osborn. But first, you must contend with the Sentry, which is I went back to show you guys that because it's gonna get into effect right about now, as the Sentry has caught the bullet that was meant to kill Norman Osborn. This series, this is really good art in this issue, in the first 5 issues actually of this series. So yeah, really cool. Plan for 8 different kinds of trouble, but not this. This, there is no plan for. Easy or hard, Frank? Your choice. So he's asking Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, if he wants to do this the easy way or the hard way. And also, this is my first experience with Sentry, and this is I just want to say, because I've already read this issue twice now. I love Sentry in this issue. And because of this series, I love Frank Castle now, who he is one of my favorite characters, and now he's in my top 20 for sure. Move. Always and out. Always. So Frank's trying to get away from the Sentry now, obviously, because he will be fucked if he doesn't. He could have ended this already, but he hasn't. Which can only mean one thing. So the Sentry can end this fight at any point because the Sentry is basically the Superman of the Marvel Universe. If you guys don't know who the Sentry is, he could end this at any moment, but he doesn't. He wants to, as Frank gets into it, he wants to talk with Frank. I'm kind of just reading the story to you guys right now, but I don't really know what else to do for the recap. At least for this issue, because there's so much dialogue going on, it's kind of hard to, like, they explain what's going on in the story just as good as I do. Never took you for a coward, Frank, but sniping at a man from a mile away, no other word for you. He wants to talk. In the end, they always do. Your war is over, Frank. The good guys won. Still, I do what I can to shut him up. Fall from this height should put me out for good. But St. Joseph cuts me some slack. Payback for a childhood wasted in church. So Frank isn't religious, of course. The barb in my kidney, as you can see here, a piece of barbed wire has gone into his kidney. That's for everything I've done since. And 30 feet down lands my ace card. Get up. Bite the butt. Yeah, you got. Get up, bite it back. Get that remote. Frank shoots a fin of acid and it falls on Sentry. Acid, strong enough to melt through steel, while Sentry's made of something better than steel. I'll be lucky if it messes up his hair. I wanted to do this the easy way, Frank. But you never learn. Yes. Puncture wound tears wide. Pain almost knocks me out. But it's worth it. What's that you got there, Frank? It won't help. So Sentry sends Frank Castle flying out. By the way, of course there's going to be spoilers in this issue. I will probably put that in the title, the fact that there's spoilers, so yeah. It's over, Frank. You're going to jail where you belong. Frank handcuffs himself to that. Bellevue Hospital, bomb in the basement. You've got 5 seconds. 4. So Frank tells the Sentry that he's placed a bomb in the hospital, and Sentry's gonna go find it. And he's like, "Good bluff, Frank. Now it ends. So now Sentry's gonna go get revenge / capture Frank Castle finally. He melts the handcuffs that he used. Frank tricked Sentry into believing he actually placed a bomb. Victorious warriors win first. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war. Defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, written 400 years before Christ gave the hippies a dress code. He understood a soldier needs to clear a path to victory before he lifts a weapon. There's no path to victory here, just a granite wall. Retreat is the only course of action. Frank, you're not out of the woods yet. Who the hell are you? Your new best friend. It's crazy, I get it, but you need to trust me. Get out of the fan. He's almost there. Go, head south now. So we just have had our first introduction with the stranger who we learn the identity of in a later, actually in the next issue. So yeah, you should expect a recap and review on issue 2. I've read the first 7 issues of the series thus far, and I have the first 16. So yeah, expect more recap and review videos on this series. Yeah, Sentry gets to the fan and Frank's not there. Losing blood like a stuck pig, fading fast. Subway entrance 30 yards east, move. You set me up, I'll find you. Stand clear, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Ding. So Frank gets on the train just in time. Nice Black Panther #1 ad when T'Challa died. Years ago. Vision blurring, fading, got to stay awake. No signal. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Bitter cold bites at the blood-soaked wraps. Something inside pops. Must stay awake. Stay awake. Frump. You're welcome. To be continued. So, at the end here, Frank's new best friend, the person we get introduced to in the next issue, I'm not gonna spoil who that is, has, found him laying in this alley, so yeah, or whatever. But yes, then we have a letters page here, and then we have the cover of the next issue, which is the cover I actually have. It's the normal cover. So yeah, I think it's normal cover, but yeah, next issue there. Boom. Then actually after this, the issue, we get a little background on Frank. We get quite a few pages that gives us the long history of the Punisher, which is nice. I didn't really read through all this because I sort of know some of the Punisher, but I just started reading. I got kind of bored, so I didn't bother finishing. So yeah, this goes for pages. And then it has like a rundown of some of his best like trades and stuff, and the best trades to pick up if you want to learn more about the Punisher. To read in chronology, whatever. Then we in the back of this issue for the last few pages we have an Agents of Atlas preview, which this was right before the Agents of Atlas series began, of course, as why there's a preview. So that's really cool too. I'm not going to go through the Agents of Atlas preview because that's not part of the Punisher story. It's just an extra little few pages of story to a different series. So I'll show you guys the art. It's actually pretty good art. But I don't think it's a series I'll ever really be that interested in picking up. At least not anytime soon. Then boom. And then that is the end of the issue, you guys. So I'm going to talk about the events that happened in this issue a bit. The ups, the downs. I'm going to, if you guys haven't watched the recap and review video before, I like to do a ranking between 1 and 10 for both the cover and the actual story of the issue. Well, the art and the story, I guess. So I will be ranking those two, but I'm going to talk about the story first. This was a very well done story. I thought Rick Remender is one of my favorite writers, so that was cool. A really good art in this book also, which when I first opened the book, I did not like the art, but I really enjoy it now, especially compared to the art that is currently where I'm at in this series of The Punisher. With the second arc, it's not as good as this arc's art, about Opinia. Whatever his name is, I'm sorry, Jerome, is really good artist. He's up there too, for me. But, no, this was really good. I really did enjoy this. I forget if I ranked the art overall or the cover, but, the ups where all the characters we only really got to see two characters between the Punisher and Sentry, but this is how I've never read a Punisher book before, or even had seen Punisher really in anything before, but this is how I kind of pictured the Punisher would be, I guess. Like, this series handles the Punisher very well in my eyes, even though I've never read anything else of him before. So I thought this handled Frank really well, and Frank probably would be trying to kill Norman Osborn, so it makes sense. He's kind of upped his game instead of just street thugs and stuff. He's going for some big people. Then, of course, the Sentry showing up was great. The Sentry, I thought, was handled very well and was a great opening opposition for Frank for this series, so that was really cool. Also, there wasn't really any downs per se. I mean, it felt like there was maybe something missing. I don't know how to explain. It kind of felt weird. It kind of felt like this was continuing a continuation of something else, or I don't know how to explain it. It was kind of a weird way to open up a series, but I did really enjoy it. I guess it kind of continues out of the Dark Reign story, which is probably why I feel like that, but I don't know. But, no, I like the concept of the Punisher Frank trying to kill Norman Osborn, and I like the idea that Sentry's his bodyguard and everything, and I enjoyed this, it kind of felt too convenient that, this random guy, shows up to save Frank right when he needs it, but besides that, everything was pretty well written, and everything made sense and stuff. So yeah, that skull, I just noticed how weird that skull is. But okay, I'm gonna rank the story and the art now, the art/cover. I'm gonna rank the cover separately. The cover, this is a great cover, a great Punisher cover in my eyes, and I like that I got the variant that just changes up the Sentry being in the sights to Norman Osborn. It's a throwback cover too, to like Spider-Man, to one of his first appearances. So I'm gonna give this cover out of 10. It's not even like it's a simple cover. It's not even like all so fancy of a cover, but just based on the fact that it does a callback to a classic issue, and because it is a really good cover and the art is nice, I'm gonna give it a really high 9.5, just because I really appreciate it. It almost got a 10. But I couldn't, on good grounds, give it a 10 because I mean, there's better covers. There could be a better cover, but I just really appreciate this cover. On art, this story gets a 9 out of the story gets an 8.5 out of 10 on the art, because at first I did not enjoy the art, but it has grown on me and I really enjoy the art now. There's really good art for this issue, so yeah. Really enjoy it. It's not the best art I've seen. It's not the worst art I've seen. It's really grown on me. In fact, I could probably actually give this an 8. I'm going to retract the 8.5 and give it an 8, as that's a bit high, an 8.5. And in terms of the story, I'm going to give, because the story gets better. This is probably one of for the first arc, this actually might be the worst issue, which is weird to say. So, based on that basis, I'm going to give the story of this issue a solid 7. And that's still high. It's weird the art ranked higher, probably because I've seen the art multiple times. That's why it's ranked higher than the story, because normally the story ranks higher than the art. But I can't really give it any higher, because I don't want to say it was so great. But it's not one of the worst books I've read either, so yeah. Really great. Oh, I love the Sentry there. But yeah. Really good. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, this was day 1 of the 12 days of comics, and this will be uploaded today on Sunday, December 11th. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and even share if you would like to. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go check out my Twitter, rjepicgaming at rjpic1. And yeah, stay tuned. I plan on uploading this, and while I'm uploading this video, I'm gonna pre-record my video for tomorrow, which is gonna be a recap and review video on the Ultimates. So if you enjoy these recap and reviews, make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow for the Ultimates #1 is getting recapped and reviewed, and then stay tuned Tuesday for this issue, the Uncanny Avengers issue number 1, because I'm going to do that one, hopefully record that today too, but I know I'm definitely going to at least record one more video today. I plan on recording at least 2, but yeah, like I was saying already, I will see you all later in the next video, or whatever next video you watch of mine, and peace out.